Yeah, so let's start in our seat then. And it's the equinox, so we have our equal light and our equal darkness today. So it's going to kind of be the theme for today's practice, is having, like we were just saying, being in both and having the balance between what might seem like opposite ends of the spectrum. So connecting with our breath. Let's imagine the breath flowing up and down the spine. And when we think of that central channel, the lunar and solar channels actually cross along our central channel. The lunar and solar are those polarities. And it's the polarism that causes our chakras to turn along that central channel. So perhaps with that in mind, just considering that these opposites that we're in, they can move us forward, can keep us going. We can be in both, can have that balance just like today on the equinox. We can be in the heart and the mind and move along that spectrum. There might be that fear, that empowerment. We might move back and forth. The surrender and the will. Maybe even creation and dissolution. So in the spirit of the equinox, maybe if there's something that comes to mind that stands out more than another within your energy field today, within those polarities, that you want to explore and give yourself permission to be in. Bring that to mind. Then let's move a little bit, maybe starting with our shoulders, rolling shoulders up, back and down, back, forward, back up and forward. Maybe moving the neck. And imagining those polarities that cross that central channel that cause those chakras to spin. Imagine those polarities in our life, keeping us moving. Throughout our practice today, let it be a symbol on a little micro scale of this life that we're in, this world. And we'll come to our backs for just a few moments, connecting to the earth element. Bring the feet to the ground. They could be whatever distance apart that feels right for you. We're just going to kind of tilt and tuck the pelvis. So we bring our shoulder blades flat. Maybe we have a little arch in the back. And then tilt the pelvis, or I guess we're going to tuck it so the back is flat. And then tilt it so there's a little bit of space. Just go ahead and do that. This is that Svadhisthana chakra, that second chakra, and in Sanskrit, Svadhisthana means self-established. So finding that creativity, this water element in our second chakra. Water is emotions. A couple more rolls of the pelvis. And we'll hug the knees into the chest. Maybe make a couple circles with the knees. One way, and then we'll go the other way. It can be big circles or they can be small. Finding that balance. Maybe if you're feeling small today, make really big circles. If you feel like you have a lot of energy, you're taking up a lot of space, maybe make them smaller. Maybe do both. You're feeling kind of neutral. We're going to harmonize our energy today and give ourselves permission to just feel whatever we're feeling. Now let's send our legs to the sky, let the feet fall apart. Hold the legs with the hands maybe, point and flex the feet. Rock side to side if that feels true to you. And then bring the legs down. Maybe find a happy baby. The sides of the feet, or maybe the big toes with the peace fingers. And sway side to side or just find some stillness. So many times I think in the West, there's a right and a wrong, good and bad. But there is a lot of gray. So we can be in that, we can have a balance. And whenever you're ready, let's rise up to stand. Maybe taking a big stretch or a little mini shavasana for a couple breaths on the ground, connecting the body to the earth. That earth element is that Muladhara chakra that we saw last week. Whenever you're ready, without rush, making your way up to stand. Be folding when you get there. And in your fold, really root down through the feet. And then extend yourself all the way up. Really reaching into the Akash. That subtlest element, the ether, but grounding into that grossest element of earth. Feeling the feet down so we can root into the earth in order to reach and rise up to the heavens. Bending the knees, let's fold it forward. Uttanasana, bend the right leg a lot. And then straighten it out a little bit and bend the left knee a lot. Just go back and forth. Maybe feeling a stretch in the glutes as you kind of lean towards that bent leg. Letting the emotions kind of flow over across the back like water. And now find some steadiness in the legs. Maybe they're both bent the same way. Bend the knees, let's rise all the way up. And then let's fold it forward again. This time let's plant the hands and step the feet back to plank pose. Nice and long in our plank, palakasana. Nice, and then we'll roll it back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's bring the right knee to that right elbow, kind of maybe coming into a plank with that elbow towards the knee towards the elbow. Step it back. Send the left knee to the left elbow. Yeah, nice. And then send the foot back, the hips up and back to downward facing dog again. So here we are, our downward facing dog, with grounding with the hips to the sky. That water element in that pelvic area. And reaching to the sky. Let's step the right foot forward between the hands. Lower that left knee down. Inhale to rise in our Anjaneyasana. Maybe bringing the palms together. So the knee is down. Right knee to the sky. Exhale, fold and frame your foot. And then curl the left toes under, coming into our high lunge. Seeing that spectrum of low lunge to high lunge. Any variation with those arms. And now let's go down to our long or to our low lunge, but feel the movement along the way. Kind of symbolizing like one end of the spectrum to another. Being in both. Pausing in our low lunge. And let's step our left foot forward. Send the right foot back. Here we are in our high lunge. Let's rise up into our high lunge first. Maybe bring the hands together and flip the palms to the sky. So palms are up and interlaced towards the heavens. And then exhale, let's bring the hands behind the back, interlace them, and then lower down that knee to low lunge. Let's feel into our low lunge. You can bow over that leg if you want, or keep the heart lifted. And then when you're ready, let's feel and move into our high lunge by curling the toes under, lifting up, powering through that leg, and then flip the arms to the sky. Be in both. Exhale, fold it forward whenever you're ready to frame that foot. And then step it back and up to downward facing dog. Right back to downward facing dog. Let out a sigh. Inhale, permission to be and feel how you are. Exhale out any falsehoods or beliefs that no longer serve. Let's inhale, step that right foot forward between the hands. Bring the left foot forward just a little bit. Ground both feet so the toes face the front of the mat. Maybe the left foot faces out just a smidge. Rolling up, let's come all the way to rise up. Yeah, straighten the front leg. Maybe bend it just a little bit so we can fold forward. Maybe surrendering over that straight leg. Parsvottanasana. Being in surrender, but also knowing that we always have a choice. And that surrender doesn't mean to give up. This means to release and to trust. Breathe in. Now exhale, bend that front knee. Let's step the left leg back. So we're kind of in a lunge now, but lower that left knee down and then straighten that front leg. Ardha Parsvottanasana, our half pyramid pose. Going from full pyramid to half pyramid. Closing the eyes, breathing in and out. Now let's exhale, bend that knee again. Step the left foot to meet the right, and then just step the right foot back. Find the base for pyramid on the other side, and when you're ready, let's rise up to the sky. Parsvottanasana. Maybe feel some levity as that heart lifts, that air element of the heart floating up, the throat chakra of ether, lifting us up, connecting us to the divine. And when you're ready, surrender as we fold over that front leg. Breathing in and out. Letting go. Be it harnessing the passions of our being. Another deep breath in. Now exhale to bend that front knee, send the right foot back so we're kind of in our lunge, and then lower that right knee down and then straighten that front leg. Ardha Parsvottanasana, half pyramid. In and out. Seeing the value in both ends of the spectrum. Breathe in. Now exhale, bring that left foot down. Curl the toes of the right foot under. Let's step everything forward, meeting an Uttanasana. Then bend the knees, rise up to Tadasana. Feet apart, hands down, or feet together, hands down. Find what serves you. Find your standing pose, your reset pose. Breathe in. We'll move through a sun salutation followed by a moon salutation to offer that balance energetically, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Let's inhale, reach the hands to the sky, up and back, Pranumasana. Exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, step the left foot back, lower the knee down, Anjaneyasana, low lunge, breathe in. Exhale, curl the toes under, step it back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good, inhale. Exhale, lower down the knees, the chest and the chin, coming to the ground, and then inhale to lift the heart, lift the chest, Bhujangasana. Inhale, lower those shoulders down as if you had a backpack on. Yeah, inhale. Exhale, curl the toes under, up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale. Now inhale, stepping the left foot forward, lower the right knee down, Anjaneyasana, and breathe in. Exhale out. Yeah. Inhale, step the right foot forward, and then exhale when you get there, Uttanasana. Bend the knees to rise. Hands come together in prayer. We fold it back, Pranamasana. Exhale, hands come together, Namaskarasana. Inhale, arms up and back, Pranamasana, slight back bend. Exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot steps back, right knee lowers down. Low lunge on the left side, really nice, breathe in. Exhale, curl the right toes under, Adho Mukha Svanasana, and we step back. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower down the knees, our chest and our chin. And then we inhale up, baby cobra or full cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe it in. Exhale. Now inhale, right foot steps forward, left foot lower, knee lowers down. Lifting the chest, lowering the heart. And then we'll inhale, step the left foot forward. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise up, Pranamasana, hands together, slight back bend. Heart shines to the heavens. And exhale, Namaskarasana. Hands in prayer in front of the heart. And sigh. Now we'll turn to face the long edge of our mat, coming into our Chandra Namaskar. So balancing the solar energy of our Surya Namaskar with our Chandra Namaskar. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Nice. So exhale over to the left. Our lateral bend in through the middle. Exhale to the right. Good. Inhale through the middle. Now step those feet wide. Uttita Tadasana. Roll the shoulders up and back. Extend through the fingertips. Ground through the feet. Heart lifts. Eyes may be closed for just a breath. And then we exhale. On an exhale, bring that right foot to face the short edge. Send the right arm out across the foot. Maybe the right arm comes on the inside of that leg for Trikonasana. If you want to ground a little bit, bring the gaze towards the floor and that upper hand towards the hip. If you feel like you're pretty grounded and you want to just extend, then bring the left arm up and the gaze up. So our practice is here to offer balance. Now bend that right knee, pivot onto the left foot. Find your Ashta Chandrasana. So maybe the hands are down and the heart hovers for your lunge if you want to ground. Or if you want to feel a little bit more levity, then bring the arms to the sky. Breathe in. On an exhale, bring the hands to the tops of the thighs and then pivot the feet towards that long edge. Again, we'll come into our side lunge on the right. Skandasana, Lord of War. Finding that potent passion inside of us to lead us forward. Exhale to the middle, pivot the feet out. Find the goddess pose. Pull the shoulders up, back and down. Any variation with the hands. Really ground. Uttakata means power and Konasana means angle pose. So tuning into our power. And letting that power drive us over to the left, leading us into our war. What are we here for? What's our mission? Inhale. Now exhale, bring the hands to the ground to give us a little balance as we pivot onto the ball of the right foot into our lunge. Hover or lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale, sigh, and let it be so. Surrendering here with our breath, with our movement. And bring that right heel down, pivot it down, straighten that front leg, reach the right arm up or to that hip, Trikonasana. And closing the eyes and feeling that heart as it shines forward. Knowing that we can be in our feelings and be in our mind at the same time. Following head and heart, working in tandem. Let's exhale to bring the arms out to the T and pivot the feet towards a long edge. Here we are, Utthita Tadasana, extended mountain pose. Sigh, let it go. Inhale, step it together. Bring the hands above the head. And we'll move over to the left. Through the middle, over to the right. Now back to the middle, hands reach for the sky. And then draw in to the heart space. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. Now let's fold forward, Uttanasana. And from Uttanasana, pivot the feet out, sit down, Malasana, sinking the hips down, that pelvic floor sinking down. And a ground, meaning that self-established chakra, Svadhisthana chakra. Breathe in. Exhale, sigh. Beginning to lengthen our exhales. Breathe in. Long exhale. Now let's release our hands down to the ground. Find a seated position so we can transition into our pranayama. But let's sit and ground and feel the connection to the earth. We're going to do our pranayama before we rest in Shavasana. To really bring our energy in, settle the mind. Let's just begin by inhaling, saying Om to ourselves. Exhaling Om. Inhaling Om. Exhaling Om. Bringing our left hand into our chin mudra with our index and thumb together. Bringing our right hand to Vishnu mudra, so either the middle and index together in the palm of the hand or towards the third eye. Bringing the ring finger to the left nostril, thumb to the right nostril. Just breathe in once and exhale. And close the left nostril, breathe in on the right for Om, 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 Om. Close right, exhale left for Om, 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 Om. Inhale left for Om, 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 Om. Close left, exhale right for Om, 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 Om. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, let's exhale right. Last time, inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left. Exhale right. And now release the hand to the lap. Our Nadi Shodhana pranayama balances and integrates those polarities, our masculine and feminine energy channels. And on your own time, whenever you're ready, rolling down into Shavasana. And resting on the earth that is supporting the integration of all of our energies around us, within us. The autumnal equinox supports that in its essence. So we draw that up from the earth and down from the heaven into our being. The convergence of polarities in our being, giving us this full experience of being human for the purpose of our soul's evolution. Our soul wanted to experience this. Our soul chose this moment. So we integrate the messages. Cultivate our self-awareness to find and navigate through with our own soul's purpose at the helm, our highest self guiding and directing. It's okay to feel. That's why our soul chose a physical body. When you're ready, maybe bringing both hands to the heart. It's said that at the heart space, that Anahata chakra, 108 nadis converge, those energy channels. Drawing that energy into the palms of the hands. The left hand, the right hand, the left side of the body, the right side of the body. Feel those energies meld. Let's draw in some balance for this upcoming season. Just rest a couple more breaths with your hands on your heart. Exhale and inhale. Om Shanti. 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 Om peace. Namaste.